Do you know the recipe for a Big Mac? Maybe your parents do. Ask them if they know the recipe for a Big Mac and see if this is their response. So this whole next unit is called stoichiometry. And stoichiometry is just a fancy chemistry term for the recipe. So let's look at some recipes. If I have a double cheeseburger recipe, and that recipe says that to make one, I need 1 hamburger bun, 2 hamburger patties, 3 slices of cheese, and 4 strips of bacon. I want to know how many hamburger buns would I have if I wanted 5 bacon double cheeseburgers. Well, I have to look at, for my hamburger buns, I need 1 hamburger bun per bacon double cheeseburger. So that's easy. I just need 5. Now, how many hamburger patties would I need? Well, I need 2 per bacon double cheeseburger. So if I need 5 of them, then I would need the 5 times 2, 10 patties. What about slices of cheese? Again, 2 per cheeseburger, so I'm going to need 10. And how many strips of bacon? Well, if I need 4 per double cheeseburger, and I want 5 of them, I would need 20. So we're simply looking at the recipe compared to how many I want. Now, let's say if I wanted to make some certain number of cheeseburgers, how many could I make if I have only the following ingredients? If I have 1 bun, 2 patties, 2 slices of cheese, and 4 strips of bacon, how many burgers could I make? Now, we don't want to cheat anybody. If you go through the drive-thru line and order a cheeseburger and it doesn't have any cheese on it, that's not a cheeseburger. So it has to have all of the ingredients. So 1 bun, 2 patties, 2 slices of cheese, and 4 strips of bacon would give me only 1 bacon double cheeseburger. What if I had 2 buns, 4 patties, 4 slices of cheese, and 8 strips of bacon? Well, I would need 2 buns, I would need 4 patties in order to make 2, 4 slices of cheese, and 4 times 4 would give me 4 times 2, would give me 8 strips of bacon, so I could make 2. What if I had a dozen buns, 2 dozen patties, 2 dozen slices of cheese, and 4 strips of bacon? Now remember, our ratio was a 1 to 2 to 2 to 4. Buns to burgers to cheese to strips of bacon. Now, here in the second one, remember I had 2 to 4 to 4 to 8, which is the exact same ratio. So I just multiplied everything by 2 so that I could get 2 here. Now they're saying if I have a dozen, well, the ratio is still 1 to 2 to 2 to 4, so I could make 1 dozen. What if I had 1 mole of buns, 2 moles of patties, 2 moles of cheese, and 4 moles of strips of bacon? All I did was change the unit, so that means that I could make 1 mole of burgers. What if I had 10 to 20 to 2 to 40? Now remember, the ratio has to stay the same. So could I make 10 burgers? The answer is no, because this would have to be 20 in order to have 10 burgers. So we're limited by how many slices of cheese I can make. Each burger needs 2 slices of cheese, so I can only make 1 burger. All right, let's try the same thing with some chemistry now. Okay. If I have a sodium ion plus a chlorine ion, that gives me sodium chloride. In other words, if I have 1 mole, so how many moles of sodium do I have? And we're referring to this up here. My ratio is a 1 to 1 to 1. So my sodium, I have 1 mole. How many moles of chloride do I have? 1 mole. So if I want to make our second reaction, says that I have 1 mole of sulfuric acid plus 2 moles of sodium hydroxide. That will give me, that should be an arrow there, 1 mole of sodium sulfate and 2 moles of water. Okay, so if I want to make 5 moles of sodium sulfate, my original recipe was a 1 to 2 to 1 to 2. And we want to make sodium sulfate, which is this. I want 5. So they want to know how much of the sulfuric acid would I need. So if this is 5, I have to multiply everything by 5 in order to get the same ratio. So this would become 5 to 10 to 5 to 2. So for moles of sulfuric acid, I would need 5 moles. Now what about the sodium hydroxide? This is the sodium hydroxide this time. So this, now I would need 10 moles of the sodium hydroxide. Let's look on the other side. How much sodium sulfate could I make? All right, so using the same equation, now we want to know how much sodium sulfate could I make if I have 1 mole of the sulfuric acid and 2 moles of the sodium hydroxide. So they're saying I have 1 mole of this and 2 moles of that, and they want to know how much of this I could make. Well, the ratios are the same, so in this case, I could make 1 mole of Na2SO4. What if I had 10 moles of the sulfuric acid, 20 moles of the sodium hydroxide? How much then could I make of the sodium sulfate? Well, ratio, that means that I would need, or I could make 10 moles of the Na2SO4. I just have to keep the ratio the same. So if I have 0.1 and 0.2, how much could I make? 0.1 moles of the Na2SO4. What if I had 1 mole of the sulfuric acid, 20 moles of the sodium hydroxide? Now, how much could I make? Okay, now we have to look back at the original recipe again. It's a 1 to 2. So even though I have 20, I only have 1 mole of the sulfuric acid, which limits how much I can make. So I can only make 2 moles of the sodium sulfate. What if I had 0.42 moles of the sulfuric acid and 0.65 moles of the hydroxide? Well, this, if I did this, I would have to have double of this to use to make 0.42. Double of that would mean 0.84. I don't have 0.84, so that means that this is what's going to limit how much I can make. So if I have this, then this is going to be half. What I need is what I can make is going to be half of what I have. So that means half of 0.65 would be 0.325 moles of Na2SO4. And then finally, what if I had 5 moles of sulfuric acid? How much water could I make? Well, this time, if I have 5, I want to know what this one is going to be. Okay, so my original ratio was a 1 to 2. So that means I would have to double this one, which means that I would have 10. I would have 10 moles of H2O to keep that ratio the same. Okay, so for your homework, we're going to do some burger stoichiometry, a burger recipe. For the first part, you're simply going to design your own hamburger, and you can drag the shapes and pictures that I have over on the side to make your hamburger. You can add things, delete things, however you want. Make sure you name your burger at the bottom. In the second part on page 4, or number 4, now you're going to write the equation for your burger. So in other words, how many bread did you use, or the bun, plus how many burger patties or the veggie patties did you use, plus, and so on and so on and so on, all of your ingredients, and then it'll equal your name of your burger, one of them. So what kind of an equation would this be? We have more than one reactant combining to make one product. So this is a synthesis reaction. All right, now, how many pieces of bread would be necessary for a burger? Okay, using your burger chemical reaction. Okay, most burgers are going to need 2 pieces of bread to make one burger. We can also write that as, to make one burger, I would need 2 pieces of bread. These are what we call conversion factors. So let's say if I had 4,024 pieces of bread and unlimited amount of other ingredients, how many burgers could I form? Okay, so this is my given. This is what I have to begin with. I have 4,024 pieces of bread. I would multiply that by a conversion. Okay? For the conversion factor, we have bread here, but what we actually want for our unit, what we're trying to figure out is burger. So burger is what we want on top here. So when we're looking at our 2 conversion factors, I want the one that has burger on top. Okay, so then bread would be here on the bottom, and our conversion was 1/2. The unit bread will cancel, which means that the unit that I have left is burger. Now I take my given 4,024 times 1 divided by 2 would give me 2012 burgers. Okay, now I know the math is easy here. What we're practicing is using the conversion factor and canceling. Okay, and now if you had the following quantities of ingredients, calculate the number of Big Macs that you could make. It's important that you use the conversion factors here. Okay, I know the math is easy. Use the conversion. You have 45 pieces of bread, 50 beef patties, 65 lettuce, 44 cheese, and 29 special sauces. Okay, so I've included here on the video so you can see these are the ingredients here that we are given, and then I've also included at the top the actual recipe for the Big Mac equation because we're going to need both of those. Okay, so if I have 45 pieces of bread, that's what I start with. Then I use my conversion factor based off of the recipe. Okay, that's the conversion right from the recipe. I use that then to multiply 45 times 1 divided by 2. So that's going to give me 22.5 burgers. I can't have 0.5, so I have to round down on this. That's going to give me 22 burgers that I could make if I was given 45 pieces of bread. So you're going to do the same for the rest of these. You start with your given. So I have 50 patties that are given over 1. The conversion is that I need and for one Big Mac, how many patties do I need? This is where I'm going to go to the recipe. So I need 2 beef patties to make 1 Big Mac. Patties will cancel, just the unit, and that'll give us left our Big Macs that I can make. So 50 divided by 2 tells me that I can make 25 Big Macs. You'll do the rest of the problems just like this and then answer the questions based on your data.